Hey guys, welcome to Crypto Jewels. I'm excited to be here and to be streaming with you guys. I'm putting together a team here at Crypto Jewels. Justin and Austin aren't here today, but I'm holding down the fort. I'm Jonathan, and Crypto Jewels is here to share relevant news and honest analysis. And I'm excited to do that today. I want to get into a lot of different topics. um, One of them is just as simple as limit orders and increasing your HODL position and buying a dip and dollar cost averaging. Very simple stuff. But I also want to get into some more analysis of the Wyckoff situation that some people are seeing and explain to you where they're coming from on that. So we're going to get into that. But without further ado, let's get started with ADA. So Cardano is ADA, if you didn't already know. Um, that's the ticker for Cardano community. I am big into Cardano and have already invested in Cardano, but I chose to pick up some more last night in the dip. I wanted to show you guys what I did. I put in some limit orders last night around, well, somewhere in here after it was when I went to bed, but I had limit orders in overnight that hit. I got it at $1.11. Honestly, could have got better. Could have got it in the middle of the night, or I guess early morning, 9 a.m. is when it peaked, the very, very bottom here. But you know what? I bought the dip in general here because we're still up already quite a bit, all the way up to $1.30 since then. And I'm bullish on Cardano. The reason I bought that is not because it's $1.11. I think that's a good price specifically, but, and I'll explain that in a minute, but the main primary reason I bought Cardano is I believe in the project. So not because of the price action for a particular day and I, want to just play the market. Guys, I'm buying Cardano because I understand the community that Cardano has, the goals that it has set for itself, and the founder who's a really good and honest and humble guy, honestly, super smart. And I'll get to a tweet of his in a minute. But um, anyways, wanted to show you that because that is important. I'm going to probably buy some more, honestly, just to be honest with you guys. I probably should have bought more, but I didn't. And I have another, you can see right here, this is actually another limit buy order. I put in two. I put one all the way down here. And the reason I did that, this is what I wanted to show you guys, not because of, this particular trade is all that or anything. It is a good dip buy, but it depends on your horizon, your perspective. My perspective is long term, and I am just trying to buy the local lows, even though my long term is my outlook is long term. But the way that I find those is looking at this Kraken website that makes it really easy to see the actual the limit orders that are already in the buy and the sell. And so this resistance that you can see represented in this line here actually help you determine where the next round of support is in real time. You can Fibonacci and you can measure it out with different angles and predict things that way, but in real time, this is how you see exactly what your demand and supply levels are of that price. And so what I did is I selected a price for my limit buy that was above a serious line like this because I did really want to buy it. And so I wanted to get it before it hit that bottom. But why buy it up here? It's going to slide. Basically, if it's coming down past this bump, it's going to slide all the way down here just as quickly, but it's not going to go past this for a minute. There's going to be a lot of buyers to take up that. So trying to boil down to simple terms, I put a limit buy in so that I could accumulate more ADA and increase my HODL position last night because it's an amazing dip. I want to zoom out for a second and show you why I think we're in a really, really awesome buy dip. Not just for ADA, but for Bitcoin. Now that I've showed you those two buys on my ADA, I'll also show you where I staked them in a second. I immediately staked all multiple coins that I bought last night. All the coins I bought last night are stakeable assets, and they're already staking and earning me passive income. And I'll talk about more passive income here in a minute. But I see this chart as I see the Wyckoff in this, and I'll get into that as well. But right now, look, you zoom way out, and you can get an idea of where we are in the market. If you're getting caught up in these little highs and lows, you're letting the emotions trick you, and you're letting the FUD, the FUD, the fear and uncertainty and doubt get to you, which is the media controlled. The actual blockchain hasn't changed. Bitcoin came from nothing and is now $30,000 at 33,430 right now. That's a good price relative to it being at 64. But if you bought it at 64, you're thinking, oh no, what's happening? I want to help you understand what just happened because the manipulation is real. The Wyckoff pattern seems to be legit, and I'll disclaimer all that. This is my opinion and is nothing more than that. Not advice in any way. But let me take you to this view. This is what we saw at the top, the distribution. This is what everyone's kind of semi-unanimously accepted as what potentially, quote unquote, could have, blah, 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 happened at the top here. And now they're looking at it potentially happening in reverse at the bottom. And here's the reverse pattern. The reverse pattern is accumulation. Accumulation has this lower dip here, what they call a spring. Now, whether we're in this phase B or this phase with this about the spring, that is actually what what is up for debate and kind of like where are we at on this chart. And we're not saying this chart is everything. I'm just saying, I didn't find this out. Some people have been charting this for a while now and talking about the Wyckoff accumulation now, and then previously it was the distribution at the top that you can easily see matches up. You can see why. You can easily see. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to see some of this parallels here is very easy to understand. And now we're seeing it happen, play out in the reverse. So people are wondering, is this the time to get in right here? Well, it has tested this level several times now. Okay, you see these wicks all the way down into this range several times. Bitcoin's dominance is separating and leading the pack, leaving the altcoins behind a little bit right now, reflexing its strength and looking for that spring. Don't know if we're gonna get it. All I know is in the zoomed out view, this is still a really low, good price for Bitcoin. But I can agree with them. I do see the Wyckoff, both the distribution and then the accumulation. I can see it, guys, and so that is concerning. And that's not why I'm buying right now. That's not why had several limit orders last night. That's just because I saw it hitting these bottoms here and I thought, well, this is probably a good safe area. There's a lot of action here at the bottom to be acquiring more of these and increasing my HODL positions. Again, I'm buying, I'm not selling, guys. So here's what I wanted to show you. Staking. Guys, if you don't understand this simple thing, take nothing away but this, okay? Decentralized financial system relies on capital being invested and held in the blockchain. You got to understand that you're investing your assets into the blockchain. You got to really believe in the blockchain and understand that it won't let you down first and foremost. And then once you get past that, you're looking at which one on the blockchain, which cryptocurrency on the blockchain. Well, to me, it's the ones that offer me the most utility, the most liquidity, and the most return in a safe way. I'm an investor. My background is in real estate, and it's not going to show you now. But you just saw my staking rewards. I'm all about the staking, okay? I've made staking rewards uh, already in several hours of holding that ADA that I bought last night. I've already started accumulating rewards, and I'm going to continue to accumulate rewards on the Kava that I bought. Let's go to the Kava chart. I bought Kava because on Kraken it was going to offer me 20% staking reward. I was like, okay, let me try this. If staking my Kava on Kraken allows me to make 20%. All right, I'll do that. I got 350 kava at 268 last night, or earlier this morning, whichever it was. And now it's already up significantly. I have an additional buy, limit buy down here in case we do fall back down. I've set that in specific points on the support graph, hoping that I get it, but only getting it if it gives me a really good deal. That I've deemed is a good deal in terms of buying kava. In the meantime, I immediately staked my kava, my 350 kava, and I've already accumulated rewards. It's that simple. That's passive, guys. That's passive income. I've been in real estate for 10 years. I've collected rent for 10 years. Let me tell you something. Real estate is not passive. I'm telling you, the staking rewards are real, and if you're smart about where you enter the crypto market here, you enter in the lows, even the local lows, repeatedly, and as long as you do that on the longer term chart, you're going to be fine. It's called dollar cost averaging. It's why all the exchanges are recommending you do it as a newbie, because it's smart. You buy on a regular basis whatever amount works for you and your budget, and you make an investment. That's called putting a savings account. It's called putting a retirement account away. It's called investing, forward thinking, people. So you have to be like, okay, committed to investing into crypto. If you think crypto long term is the future of financial system, then like many of us here at the Crypto Jewels, seriously, you're gonna be like, all right, this is a great time to buy. Look, let's zoom out. Is that not a good time to buy? Look at that. That is a great time to buy. But the point is, if you were dollar cost averaging a little bit on the way, even if you bought at the super high here, look, the really high point right here, and people are like, oh, it fell down really far. A lot of people were selling right here. Well, they missed out on this. But maybe even you bought there, and you bought there, and you bought there, even if you bought weekly, and you're still buying weekly, the whole point of the strategy is it averages out your costs. And then in the long run, when you zoom out and you look at where Bitcoin was several years ago, and then 10 years ago, nothing, barely anything, to here, you think, oh, okay, dollar cost averaging, that's pretty smart. When it comes to Bitcoin, that's the best way to do it. When it comes to altcoins, that's the best way to do it. When it comes to investing in incremental ways into a stock market, they recommend dollar cost averaging. So why would you not take their word and understand that's some of the best way to acquire a long-term strategy? Now, that said, on these local lows, why would you pay higher than you need to? Get it on the local lows. There's lots of volatility in these markets right now. The reason we have volatility is because we're seeing massive adoption. Guys, millions and millions, maybe even trillions of people are adopting cryptocurrency in a very, very short amount of time. Our society is ripe for a change in the decentralized financial system, and the blockchain that supports it could actually be the catalyst for that. And I'm not here to tell you that Cardano is going to be the the cryptocurrency of all of Africa, but let me tell you what. Have you looked into the leapfrog moment of Africa? Why I am so bullish on Cardano is because of one of the main reasons is because like I showed you, I can earn that 5% staking, and I can also sell it immediately. Like, it has high liquidity. Okay, so real estate does not have that. They are using the weak point that Ethereum has. Cardano is pushing that and directly working with governments in Africa to propagate the mass adoption of Cardano. Africa is divided and separated by different governments, different currencies. If there was a cryptocurrency that was going to be able to unite them, it might be ADA, because they are trying to. I don't see anyone else out here trying to. Cryptocurrency could be the way that they can actually work together and grow their economy as a continent. Is nothing compared to the other continents, even though they have the resources to. And the big hope is that this leapfrog moment that they're having, not to get off on African tangent too much, but the leapfrog moment that they're having, going from no internet to internet without having to put in the utility poles of physical internet lines. They're getting the internet from the Starlink. That is a leapfrog moment. They're kind of avoiding the infrastructure costs, which is billions, trillions of dollars of infrastructure for a continent that size. But they're all getting internet because of the Starlink, which that's a huge jump. And they're calling that the leapfrog moment for Africa. Hopefully that translates into economic boom, and ADA is prepared to help them transition from a, to this new 21st century version of currency. The blockchain, guys, get with it. If you haven't heard, is the thing of the 21st century, not the thing of the past. Not gold, not dollar bills that some government can print and tell you it's worth this or do that. No, it's actually a mathematical algorithm that is designed to secure your position in that blockchain, whether that is a specific number or an ability to vote, depending on how some of these other cryptos are set up. That token that you own represents a vote, etc. Anyways, the point is the decentralized finance market is crypto and is the blockchain. So when you get pushback and you get manipulation like that we're seeing here, you can expect to see some big pushback. Okay, so they're going to try to maximize their gains here and push you out of the market and try to scare you into sell. Don't do it. I'm here to tell you, don't do it. Okay? All right, the next thing I want to get into is news. Here's something I want to show you. FTX partners with MLB in the league's first crypto sponsorship. What this means is FTX just spends a lot of money, guys, a lot of money to get the advertising, to break into the Major League Baseball advertising, which is a lot of money. Guys, sports fans are easy to market to. Bottom line, don't be offended if you're a sports fan. The point is, it's a very lucrative marketing pool. They make a lot of money by selling their advertisements, a lot of money. Because the reason is because when you get the team sign off, you get that camaraderie, and it's an easy marketing in, and it's very valuable. And bottom line is, FTX spent a lot of money. What you need to know is that's a cryptocurrency exchange that thinks that by investing in front of the Major League Sports group, they're going to get a return on their money. I think yes, they are. They're definitely going to get a return on their money. They think they're going to massive because they're spending a lot of money just to get in front of these people. This audience will accept it. We'll see even more mass adoption of cryptocurrency, and that's a very bullish thing. The next thing is El Salvador. El Salvador, we're going to continue to see El Salvador in the news because it's going to be an ongoing saga. We're just at the beginning of this. The dictator said, "Oh yeah, we're going to at the Bitcoin conference." The dictator of El Salvador said, "Oh yeah, we're going to do it," and then a day later, the fake legal makers of El Salvador created a rule. They did it. They did what he told them to do. I mean, I guess he's a dictator. That's how it goes. But bam! So now it's legal, and not only is it legal, they have 90 days to make it happen within their businesses to start accepting it as legal tender. So it's not like an option. It's you have to. It's forced to. It's legal. And the International Monetary Fund is like, wait a minute. We can't just have you just accepting all these cryptocurrencies. So now, recently, El Salvador admits that they made a plea deal so far. I mean, this is all we hear, this is hearsay so far, that they're only going to accept Bitcoin, not any other altcoin. Still, this is good for all cryptocurrencies, but they're just saying, hey, we won't accept any other altcoins. We'll only accept Bitcoin, and at least we have that exclusivity just to Bitcoin. And I guess that seems to be some sort of compromise, because honestly, the International Monetary Fund has no physical power over El Salvador. El Salvador, especially a dictatorship like El Salvador, their power is derived specifically from bullying. I mean, if you want to be point blank about it, they use political power, political sway, influence by being an international fund that's supported by the United States and all these other people that have money, and they have all these resources, and they have all these outlets and news. Honestly, news, they use that as a weapon and to make money, to continue to force these countries to accept loans effectively, and with strings attached. So they have these loans these loans with strings attached to these countries. Literally, they're lending to countries. So the bank for countries. So think about that. They are a huge player in this, and then they challenge their authority by saying we're going to accept crypto. There's going to be some backlash of this. We're not done seeing the El Salvador news. We're going to keep seeing that. That's going to keep happening. And I think honestly, just having that back in the news cycle, the longer we keep seeing that, actually, the better, because I want to see how this plays out. I don't want it to be swept underneath the rug and we don't hear anything about it and then it goes away. I want to actually see it happen. Um, so I did talk about the passive income. I talked about the news and the Wyckoff. Guys, we're seeing this here play out again in reverse right there. We're seeing it play out in reverse right here. I bought more ADA. I bought DOT last night. I bought Kava. I bought Atom, and I bought Algo. All of those are staking rewards DeFi products. They have intrinsic value. I'm a real estate investor, guys. I want to let you know that I really believe in the crypto universe because there is intrinsic value to the investor. It's going to continue to bring more money, more investors like me to the table and willing to put their money on the line because it's a real investment. It's a real value. It's a real stake. It's a real good, we call it risk reward percentage. They're seeing great gains on the actual capital. They're also getting passive income. You can't pass that up. And you can't get that with real estate. You can't buy a single family home or a rental property for less than, even if you got a really big loan, less than $20,000, right? $20, you can buy some ADA. You can stake it. You can start getting rewards and interest and grow that appreciation immediately with a small amount of money. So it appeals to the small people, the retail guys, the people like me, and the big guys who have lots of money to throw around. When you see them start to throw money into this and really, really acquire uh, cryptocurrencies, and we get into trillions of dollars, that's when you know that's a good investment because these guys are putting their money on the line, and you kind of want to swim with the whales a little bit, and that's kind of where I wanted to go with that. So without further ado, I do need to give you a few more disclaimers. I am a licensed real estate agent, and here you can see here the Missouri Division of Professional Regulation. Jonathan Taylor Arndt. I'm here in Irving, Texas. This is all just a disclaimer information. I work for Aristocrat Realty, and I will help you buy a house or sell a house in Kansas City. Disclaimer. But don't take anything I say here as real estate advice. This is all just opinion and education for the crypto world. And I do take this code of ethics seriously, guys. So I am held to a little bit higher standard than most, just personally and also professionally. So I just want to get that out there. The other thing is being a licensed real estate agent, I do get access to information, and one of those sources of information is the statistics, and I keep my finger on the pulse of the real estate market in Kansas City and the nation. Kansas City, different states here in Texas and Missouri, and the nation really, on how real estate is moving. I moved a lot of real estate wealth out recently, and I put it into crypto, and I'm getting a passive income. I've collected rent for a long time, and I'm just like saying, you know what? If I can get 5, 10, 20, in some cases, percent return on the staking rewards, and have my value grow, and have extremely great liquidity, honestly, like really good liquidity, be able to sell on these major exchanges, pretty good size amounts without affecting anything. A very stable coin in a lot of these cases, even with these massive moves. And I'm comparing that to real estate, and real estate is crazy right now. I'm not gonna lie, like this is intense. The numbers here, the numbers here, guys, are really intense, honestly. And just to sum them up, the housing market is nuts. Is there gonna be a bubble right now? Is there not gonna be a bubble? We don't know. But what we do know is uh, there's gonna be a lot of pushback. So another disclaimer here. I do other investments. I'm gonna go ahead and recommend people look into flower turbines. This these guys, man, I invested in them a long time ago, and I'm really proud I did. That's why I want to show you guys that the progress that they've made. They are now starting to ship here to the United States, so we're looking forward to finally getting some of our first shipments of these flower turbines, and I will show you more information about those in the future. And here was a funny thing I wanted to show you guys. This is from the Charles Hoskinson, the co-founder of Ethereum and founder of Cardano now. He's making fun of Dogecoin because the Doge car crashed at the race. You can see it was sideways going across the finish line here, the Dogecoin. But I just thought that was funny. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for today. I appreciate you guys watching. Please go ahead and like and share this on your other platforms, and then obviously subscribe if you want to see more information from us about on the regular about crypto news, fair, honest analysis. We really believe in the decentralized financial system. That's how we push back against some of these whales and some of these international monetary systems that are in place. If you are on the side of blockchain, on the side of decentralized control, then you are in my fan box, and I want to be on your team. Go ahead and ask me if you have any questions. I'm here to help you guys, and that is all I have for today. One last look at where we're at right now, hovering in at 33,508. We did get a solid bounce here, guys. Since I've been live here in a second, we've closed out that other candle, and let's zoom in a little bit. We're doing all right. We still haven't recovered from this earlier morning high, but as you can see from where that major dip was, we are still well off the 28 drop, and looks like we have a lot of action to keep watching, and we will be letting you know as soon as anything changes. Thanks for watching, guys.